What we have here is a Wolff Spring Kit for a Smith & Wesson model KLN. I'm using it for my 586. Oops. Alright. Now, what I have here is I have the Power Rib mainspring. I got the Type 1. Type 1 is factory strength. I got that one because I want every time that I pull the trigger, the gun to go off. And then I have got 3 different rebound springs here. I got a 13, a 14, and a 15. We'll split the difference. We'll go with the middle one, and we'll see what we can come up with. So I bought these because when I bought my 586 it worked flawlessly, and then I switched primers to CCI, and then I started getting some weak strikes. In one of my previous videos I had to jerry rig up something on the strain screw in order to put enough tension on this to make the firearm work. Well, unfortunately, my good gunsmithing screwdrivers are in the back of a friend's car. Not his fault, mine. And when you're doing this to your smith, just be aware that you have to keep the screws in order. So this screw must return here, this one here, and then the flat one obviously in the back. These ones are in pretty rough shape. They've been opened and closed a few times. That's a good indication if somebody's been in and around their gun a lot. I bought this online, so it really didn't have an opportunity to do it. I probably would have bought it anyway. Alright. So what we're going to change is the spring in here and this spring here. Just in order to do that, however, we will need to loosen this. If you didn't catch my last video, I put a spacer, spent primer. I took the handle out of it and just fitted it right over top of that. And that's just so I can put a little bit more strain on this spring here, the main spring, in order to give a little more pepper to the hammer. This spring has been dicked around with and is a little bit light, and thus I had to put the spacer in here to put more strain on it. So the new Wolff spring is a Type 1 standard power. So that should return that to a factory strength spring. And then in the rebound spring here, I've gotten a little bit lighter. I'm going to go with a 14-pound one. Okay, so I'm just removing some pressure off the strain spring. After loosening the strain screw, the main spring slips out very easily. And I'm removing that one. I'm going to give it a quick inspection. It doesn't look that bad. I am going to retain it because it does work. And here's the replacement. And as you can see, it's got a rib back compared to the regular one. Okay, and now I'm just going to, with a little help from here, okay, there we go. And here's where the rebound spring goes, right in here. Here are the two of them compared to each other. I looped it through here and then had to bring it in at a bit of an angle here. Now I'm just going to adjust the strain screw, I keep calling it a spring, and see what we come up with. The strain screw has been tightened, putting more tension on the mainspring here, and the rebound spring also has been added. A stronger rebound spring has been added. Alright, I have my 586, it's got the new spring kit in it. I'm at about 15 yards. So I'm going to put down some rounds and see if I can get this thing to fail. Was in the zone. And that's 18. And the action's open. Alright, well, let's see what we got here. I got 18 rounds off. We got 1, 2, 3 9s, and the rest are 10s or X's, so she's shooting the way she's supposed to be shooting. Alright, 18 rounds, 25 yards. .42 rounds, CCI hard primers, no problem with the Wolff kit. Trigger pulls a little bit more than it was. Nice trip. That's why you hold the gun with the action open. Anyway, 18 rounds, I was pretty happy with that. I got 2 8s and the rest were either 9s or 10s, so well, let's have a look at the target. You probably got to see better than I did. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 2 8s, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10s, and the rest are, is that 3 or 2 X's there? Anyway, just a side note, the new target is working great. That's from my Mosin the Gaunt challenge. With a 10 rounder. I did it twice. I only counted one because it was good. The second one I was starting to tire. And so I got about 20 holes there. And then, whoo, pile of holes here from the revolver. And that is the goal, to hollow this section out. Anyway, hopefully over time we will do that.